video. It's on video.
All right. This is the Staple Singers. The song is called "I'll Take You There." It looks like it's from about 1802. No, I'm just kidding. It's a good 50s Stax record song. If anybody likes the era, get in on the bass on this stuff, and it'll give you a good background for anything you want to play. Okay. Now this is what we call as a 1-4-5 progression. The C is our 1 chord. That's the tonic or the root note that we're dealing with. That's the key we're in. The key is C. The chords in this song is C, F, and G. My C note is here, 3rd fret of my 3rd string. Remember, we count this way: 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3rd fret, 1, 2, 3, 3rd string. Now, there are the root notes: the C, F, G, C, the triad that makes up the major C chord looks like this. Here's your root note C. Don't skip a fret, but go to the string under it. That's your 3rd note, and this is your 5th note of the major scale. It's the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th note of the major scale that makes the major chord. If a guitar player was playing those at the same time, we'd be getting and hearing a C chord. Now, we normally don't play chords on the bass, probably because your hand would fall off in about 1.5 years. You'd be nothing but just double left there. You'd wear it out, I think. But anyway, so just so you can put this song on, "I'll Take You There" by the Staple Singers, and then you can slow it down. You know, you come over here to hit that gear on there, and it comes up playback speed. I go down to 75%, and then I can play along to it. They're gonna keep going C, C, F, G, and they got some nice runs in there you can try to follow along with the scale. Remember, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, C, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Counting the steps or intervals, the space between the notes, right? So that's where I'm getting the 1, 3, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 1 and the 5, 1 and 3. Now if I want to make up my own runs, when these guys are playing the bass line, you know, very often they're just really targeting the root note, and then they're just dancing around the chord tones. In other words, the other notes that are in the chord. So this triad, basically. So you got the boom. So there's I'm just playing with the triad of a C note. Right, and then I'm going to the next. Because here's your triad for the F. Here's up a whole step is your triad for the G. So any of the notes work in there. You know, I'm gonna try to land on the root because that really pulls the sound off the chord, off the progression, off the map, out of the song. Remember, the bass's job is to tie the percussion or the rhythm together with the overall pitch of the song. Nothing is more important than the overall pitch than the tonic or the root note of the chord at that time. Now, there's some very clever songwriting that has happened coming to mind. Like earlier, we talked about Bootsy Collins, you know, where these guys aren't just working off the tonic all the time. They're dancing around, making songs written, you know, zeroing in on that 3rd note of the C or on the 5th note of the chord. You know, there's a lot of different ways to construct songs, or I should say bass riffs. I'm just starting with the most common, okay, because it's trying to make a good lesson out of it. The song is very secondary to me, although I like it. This one song in the key of C that's using C, F, and G chords, this is 1,000,000 songs. This is literally 1,000,000 different songs. You can change the words and already put 1,000,000 songs to that. You know, deep down in Louisiana, you know, play the guitar. I can't sing too much or else they copyright strike my videos, but you know, deep down in Louisiana, close to New York, country boy named, you know, and that. Then, just by the way you change the beat, it's going to be 1,000,000 different songs, but now these notes are never going to go away. These are the notes we can use over the C major. These are the notes we can use over the F major. They're the notes we're going to use over the G major. So it's wonderful to practice the pattern with a real song, you know.
Right.
Put that on, slow that down, and then you start off so you know you're on the right chord. Right? So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3, and then start adding in like a small bit of salt and pepper or embellishments, whatever you want to garnishing, right? And that's the main note. This is just adding it in. And then we're just using that part of the triangle or triad, right? Now, and I could just use these two if I want. Right? You got all these options to try to use in different combinations. You know, you can do. As long as you're on the triad when you're going to that chord, then you're in safe ground or safe territory, you know, as far as not hitting the wrong note. All right, this is great. We've gone through this whole song. It's 4.5 minutes long. That is the whole song. They change the words and the way they sing them, but the bass is very consistent. C, F, G, C, F, G. All right,
Yeah.
Wayne Sorbelli down in my